We very well know that the West itself is suffering due to lack of inner knowledge, spiritual education. And because the West did not pay adequate attention to that aspect, they themselves have landed in a big mess. You look at the climate crisis today, 90% of the crisis is attributable to the developed Western first world. It could be said that lack of inner education is one of the important reasons why the West has become such a threat not only to itself but to the whole world, not only to mankind but to all the species that inhabit this planet. It is very difficult really to say which one is a bigger problem. Not to have material knowledge, or not to have knowledge of the self, knowledge of the mind, knowledge of who you really are from the inside. If you do not have material knowledge, you will fall prey to all kinds of superstitions. If you do not have inner knowledge, you will start considering yourself as the only thing that exists and matters, and that your body and everything that arises from the body, like thoughts and emotions, will be your masters then. It will be another kind of slavery. Do you see what happens? When you do not have knowledge of the world, then somebody from the world will arise and enslave you. And if you do not have knowledge of yourself, then your own evil tendencies will enslave you. In either case, you will be condemned to be a slave. Who wants to be a slave? Nobody. And which slavery is worst? To be enslaved by somebody outside of you, or to be your own slave? Both the slaveries are equally bad. Depending on the context, one could say one is worse than the other. But we do not want to choose here. We want to dismiss both these threats. Right? So our educational institutions must have both.